So you may have just seen my video talking about how Microsoft has this difficulty sticking the landing on the easy things when it comes to Surface Duo and Duo 2. In that video, I talked about Game Pass streaming. I talked about the launcher, some of the bugs in that. But something that I didn't talk about was the behavior of the Microsoft launcher. If I show you my browser here, I'll kind of show you what I mean. In the past, when Duo first came out, Edge had this really neat behavior where you could launch Edge, and then if you clicked on your Edge browser a second time, rather than just moving the app to the other screen, it would open it up in a new window. This was a really neat feature, and I use this all the time to have two browser windows open at the same time. They took that away for some reason, and since then we've been coming up with all sorts of workarounds and things that we could do instead. Now they do have a kind of replacement for this, so let's go to Google here, and I'll show you what I mean. If I long press on a link, I can click on open in other window, and that does at that point have the exact same effect as before, right? That works relatively well, but it was just easier to be able to launch Edge a second time the old way. Now, in a video that I posted just maybe a couple of months back, I talked about how Chrome had something similar, that you could span Chrome and then click on open new window, and it would give you a dual window thing there in the Chrome browser. But then I got a comment from Hindsight 101 saying, open a new browser works fine for me without the extra step. And that's so I checked on this, and it appears that Google has once again changed the behavior on their Chrome browser. So I wanted to bring this to your attention very quickly. So here we are in my Chrome browser, looking at someone that makes me very sad as a Titans fan, AJ Brown. And what you can do now, before you had to span it like so, which I just failed to do with a mouse. That's kind of difficult to do. And then you could click over here and do new window. So that is still the case. That is still a thing that we have. But now we have a new behavior. If you click on the three dots up here and click on new window, it will actually open up on the other screen. Now, from my experience, things do get a little bit weird using this, and I'll try and kind of replicate it a little bit here. So let's close that window, and then let's open up a new tab, and let's just go to ESPN.com. And now let's click on this and click on move to other window, and let's go there and click on move tab. So that worked just fine. Now you can see here that I've got these two windows open. Let's close both of these tabs. Now we only have one tab open over here. And so let's click on it again, and you can see new windows there, but also move to other window is there. So if I try to move that one, okay, that time it just moved it over, but now there's a blank one over here. So that's a little bit of a weird behavior, but again, I think that would probably be fine. Just keep using the new window button, and that's probably going to be okay. It just seems to me that some odd things occasionally happen when you use the move to other window. Now I see I've got three windows open. That might be a little bit strange. Okay, now I've moved back over. You can also click here and do manage windows. You can close these open windows out. It's trying, I don't know what just happened there. That just fully closed everything. So it's not totally perfect. Let's see if these windows are still here. Now there are only two. Maybe I accidentally clicked on something to close the second one. But at any rate, you can kind of see what we're dealing with there. You've got the new window button, and you've got the move to new window button and the ability to manage windows. I've said window about 4,700 times. Overall, I do think that it actually works quite well. I do quickly want to point out that this is working really well on the Z Fold as well. We can click on new window there, and it's going to quickly slide it over into a split screening scenario. And pretty much everything I've just shown you on Surface Duo is going to be equally true on Z Fold. So this implementation is actually really quite solid across the board. And the reason I brought up my prior video about Microsoft kind of failing to stick the landing sometimes is because you can make the argument that this is a more robust system than what we have on Edge. We had a nice system, a nice simple system on Edge that worked great on Duo. They took it away. They replaced it with something that requires you long pressing a link. So let's say you're on a page and you want to open up another page. You don't want to open up that second page, being a link on the one you're looking at. You want to open it up fresh and go to a bookmark where you still have to open it up out of that link and then go to the web page. It's like, it's weird. Why did they get rid of the original behavior that was better? So honestly, Chrome might be the better browser right now for Duo users to be using. Shout out to Hindsight 101 for pointing this stuff out in this comment. Very, very cool stuff. Guys, subscribe so you don't miss out on more content like this. I'll see you on the next one. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.